You've been compared enough, right from childhood, school, college, but does it end there? You wish, at one of my organizations, at my review, I was told that my teammate is much more organized than me. And I was like, wait a minute, is this not supposed to be my review? Well, the same point could have been told me in another way without comparing, right? You need to be a little more organized. We would appreciate that. Have you experienced anything similar? Hello, people, and welcome back to the world of human differences. Today I'm going to talk about comparison at the workplace. I think that comparison at the workplace is too childish. I mean, come on, you've been through it all by now. You've been compared to others, you had the pressure of performing in school, academics, extracurricular activities, the pressure of being better than other people, the ridicule of parents, teachers, principals, lecturers, and after all of this, you are now here at a workplace. The workplace. Of course, the roasting and you having to prove yourself hasn't stopped, but that's fair enough. But we are here to lay down what we have at the table, our skill, our capability, our ability, our integrity, competency, and you tell me that my teammate is better than me. That doesn't seem like a mature enough way to tackle things, right? I mean, by the time you reach a workplace, you are pretty much sensible and mature enough. Or maybe not, but that doesn't justify comparison. I'm sure at a workplace there are expectations, criteria to measure, competency, goals, timelines, etc. I think it would make sense for the higher hierarchy in an organization to measure performance and productivity individually, not based on somebody else's performance. It's very important for us to accept human differences even in a workspace. Everyone has a different style of working, a different style of problem solving, a different style of creating a task list to perform task in a day, a different way of perceiving and presenting themselves. I think it would be worthwhile for the higher hierarchy, people who are at higher positions, who make decisions, who are team leaders, HODs, etc., who manage the lower level staff, to gauge strengths, to gauge what are the skills and abilities of each individual, to understand interest, and then allocate work according to that to your staff. I'm sure this will not only increase productivity, but it will also create a better work environment, which all of us are seeking in today's times, right? So, I am no HR. However, through my own work experiences, these are a few things I think, if done in an organization, it will definitely create a better work environment. The first one is find strengths. Observe your staff and understand what their skills are, what their talents are, and what they are good at, so that then you can use them accordingly in the areas that they will really do well, and in that way contribute to the organization. The second one is make expectations very clear. I have observed through my own work experiences that the management level of people have expectations, but they don't convey these expectations clearly to the staff. And after that, they are disappointed and frustrated that the staff is not doing as expected. But when did you make your expectations clear for the staff to know what is expected? I'll give you my own example. Once I volunteered in a place, and I definitely had my own set of expectations that when I go there, this is what I expect. However, I volunteered for a day over there, and the second day, the person in charge called me and told me that you can't be walking around and speaking to the inmates like that. She clearly had expectations. However, she hadn't told me those expectations. She seemed disappointed that I wasn't following what she expected in her head, because those expectations weren't conveyed clearly. And I've observed this in many organizations, especially This happens with interns, volunteers, new joinees. Whenever we have these set of people come to an organization, we do not clearly express expectations to them. And when they do not perform accordingly, we also feel annoyed about it. That's something we need to look into in organizations. Thirdly, it is essential to let the person know your expectations. However, do not impose expectations, especially when they are based on another staff's performance. Your previous staff who worked in that same role might have been very good, high on productivity, a very good performer, but you can't keep the same expectation from this new person who has joined. You have to understand that this person is different and he or she will have a different performance level. So don't impose expectations based on your previous staff's performance on the current joinee. You can express your expectations. Don't say that person performed this way, so I expect you to do this. You can just straight away make your expectations clear by saying, I expect you to do so and so, so and so, so and so, and give that person the freedom to explore those expectations. After you have clearly laid down your expectations, had discussions, given scope for questions and answers, then you probably set a timeline to see how this person is performing. You review the performance in a while that you have set and understand how this new person performs, what is their talent, what is their competency level without comparing. The fourth point is don't impose your working style on people. Everybody might have a different style of reaching the same goal. There might also be people who need a different time frame to reach that same outcome. You can tell your staff what to do, not how to do. You might be restricting their contribution to the organization if you impose your working style on them. It might put a stop to what they have to bring to the table. It's okay for you to give templates, give old files, give references, give examples, and also allocate some team members who can help around and support, but let them also explore and show you what they have to bring to the table. The fifth point is internal stakeholders are as important and valuable as external stakeholders. It would be very valuable for an organization's growth for the organization to take genuine feedback from their own staff. It's your staff who can tell you what they feel about the organization, what's good, what's not good, what needs to be worked upon. Do it in such a way that you get genuine feedback and the staff knows that there'll be no repercussions to that. And when you get feedback, don't forget and fail to take the action needed. I am so sure that if your internal stakeholders are looked after and valued, their satisfaction will translate into the satisfaction of external stakeholders too. If your staff is happy, your client will be happy. And the sixth point is acknowledge and appreciate your staff. Each staff adds value to an organization. And it's very evident that every human being on the planet is seeking acknowledgement. If a staff is valued, acknowledged, and appreciated in an organization, trust me, they will really, genuinely want to contribute to that organization. They'll never fail you. So please stop comparing. At a workplace, we can deal with people in a much more sensible and mature way. I hope this video helps you. And if you liked the content, then you can like, share, and subscribe. I will see you next time.